"You look fine, my dear. For heaven's sake, stop fussing." Terry Jo twisted, trying to settle the fall of her very full skirts, draped over pleated pads at the hips and ending in a small train. There were petticoats and underclothes, more than she knew existed. The front of the gown was a single piece, while the back was separated at the uncomfortably high waistline. The bodice had a wide neck, with the side seams running into the full sleeves, which puffed out like a pair of frilly balloon animals. And she wasn't even able to describe the boning at the waist.
"Your Grace must realize how uncomfortable this all is. Mademoiselle, I am perhaps 2 months from term. If you think that you are uncomfortable, consider my position."
Duchess Christina Maria smiled and reached out a hand clad in a delicate white lace glove.
"Really, Teresa, it will be all right. Now put on your gloves and your smile."
Terry Jo drew on her own gloves of thin doeskin leather. At least they covered up her hands, which showed ample evidence of hard manual work, but even though they were comfortable and beautiful, they seemed alien on her. As for the smile, it came much more easily.
"That's better," Christina said. "Now you have no need to be nervous. You have attended to your bows and curtsies with military attention. You will do fine." "That's not what worries me, Your Grace." "Then what is it, dear?" "I've never met royalty before." "You've met a duke and a duchess," Christina added, smiling again, "whose father was a king. That's almost the same." "I suppose it is, but not quite. I mean no offense, Your Grace, but an heir to a throne is a different thing." "Gaston is just a man, my dear. He's my unrepentant, dissolute brother. He sits at table and squats in the privy like every other man. There is nothing to be afraid of." "I'm not afraid of him. Then? Nothing. I don't know."
Terry Jo walked away from Christina, turning her back on her, which was probably bad protocol, but she didn't know if she cared. Honestly, she wanted to run away, even though she wasn't exactly wearing shoes for running. Christina had a temper and was a little thin-skinned, but she was very fond of Terry Jo. Rather than follow her first instinct, she waited for her uptimer friend to gather herself.
"I'm sorry," Terry Jo said at last.
She came back to stand before the Duchess.
"I beg your pardon, madame." "Oh, nonsense."
The Duchess extended her hands to Terry Jo, who took them and held them for several moments.
"Let me tell you something. The world of the court, this one, anyone really, is a man's world. There are kings and princes and dukes and ministers and archbishops and any number of courtiers. The best of them include and honor their ladies, but many do not. We are no more than ornaments, decorations, brood mares." She placed her hand on her womb. "And we are otherwise ignored. But that does not make us less, it makes them weaker for ignoring us. Teresa, when we walk out into court and are presented, we should hold our heads high and look each man in the eye, even if the man is the heir to a mighty throne." "I still have to bow." "Unless it is your uptime custom not to do so. I'm told that there aren't many princes there." "I've never met one, Your Grace, not even here downtime. You and the Duke are the first great lords I've ever met. And we're not so bad, are we?" "No, you're—" Terry Jo folded her hands in front of her and blushed. "You've been so nice to me." "We don't do that for everyone, my dear." When Terry Jo didn't answer, she turned to a mirror and adjusted the fit of her bodice and continued, "All right, then. Let's go in." When she was growing up, Terry Jo's dad was a big fan of graphic novels, what some folks in Grantville called grown-up comic books. That came to mind when she first saw Monsieur Gaston. One of the ones her father liked was a sort of scary dystopian future in which the government was brought down by a freedom-fighting terrorist in a mask, a Guy Fawkes mask with a pointy beard and mustache and painted-on smile. That was the face she saw on the heir to the throne of France, a permanent, charming grin.